Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome back. If you didn't watch how last night ended, it was very disappointing. Unfortunately, it was a self-inflicted, catastrophic failure of the picker snoots. 110% my fault. Nonetheless, we will fix my screw up. By the way, it's the first time I've actually destroyed 2 of those, which is pretty amazing for all the close calls. But you're fooling yourself if you've never wrecked one of these in your farming career. But they are $500 a piece. Actually more than $500 a piece, so that was a nice ending to the night. Are you remodeling my damages? That was a self-inflicted one also. But anyways, we got the new snouts on here. Pretty simple. You just basically take off all the components, swap them over to the new ones, and make sure everything's tight. And then we're putting these back on, the corn cob deflectors, or that keep them in the head, or try to. All right, we pretty much got her all fixed up, or we do have it fixed up. Got the snoots leveled, and I'm going to try to avoid big, ugly, muddy ruts, because that's what got me. I'm going along and I'm like, why isn't it feeding? Backed up, and I think I made a sound like, something like that. Because, well, it was the first time I've ever had that happen. Just looking it over, I did grease it this morning. There's 2 grease zerks there, one on the back of this. And we're starting to see wear, finally. Looks like they have a hardened edge right here on the blades. This is the 2nd season on them. Obviously, after that hardened edge goes, they start to go quick. Luckily, we're a day or 2 away from being done. So I would say 5,000 acres roughly, those blades will last on one side. So that's a lot better. Brody can't even make it 2,500. They should have been flipped a long time ago, but you know, we just didn't worry about that. Don't worry about that. All right, I'm gonna throw some fuel on this thing, get a game plan. I think I'm ahead of schedule. Everyone thought that I'd be down till noon, but fortunately they had the parts, and Chris ripped that all apart, so it didn't take long with 2 guys to get it put together. So thank you, Chris. Let's go check on Dad. So last night we had a lot of trouble, and I'll show you later what we got, but to make sense here, the metering rolls, there's little rollers in there with teeth on them that speed up and slow down the grain coming out of these. And on both dryers, 1 out of the 4 per dryer decided to quit turning. That's good indication that there's something in there. And it's very dangerous. We could have burned the dryer up if that would have happened at night and wouldn't have got caught. Like, it quits dumping the grain, just sits there and cooks and then catches fire. But inside this drag conveyor, a bunch of metal came loose, or didn't come loose, so we really don't know why it decided to attach itself to the chain belt and then end up in the dryers, but I'll show you what it looked like. So, long story short, we got to empty both dryers last night. We were here till midnight and get the metal out of the metering rolls. And then this was the piece that was in it. How's your morning going? Better than last night?
Only those that know about emptying out a dryer and refilling it. That is like this, what do they call them? I'm so delirious I can't even think. Free flow? Mixed flow dryers. I should look into other companies, because this one, when the burner fills up full of corn, it's not so convenient to refill the dryer. And I know there's a few guys that have Instagrammed me and said something about, well, just put some air pipes in there with some little holes in it, and get your cell air out there and run the fans and blow that. Be a great idea, and I would definitely do it if this was what I had to do every morning. There would be something different on it.
Yeah, so basically what we had to do is totally, like, it's the first day of corn harvest totally clean the dryer out, then refill the dryer, then clean the burners out, and it's a half a day job, isn't it?
My coffee was all drank by 7:30. It's never good.
So, long story short, I think we're fixed up here, right? We're ready to combine corn.
For dinner, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna eat this chunk of steel.
Morale was pretty low and everyone's tempers were pretty short last night, weren't they?
Temper. It's the one thing you can't get rid of by losing. Think about that.
This is where it all went south, right?
There's a lot of loud, funky noises, and then when the metering roll would stop, it was this one up there. That would stop, but the chain then started jumping sprockets, and you'll see right there, I'm missing a sprocket or a tooth on the sprocket.
Because it was all bending everything?
Because once that, I had the chain plenty tight, thought I could maybe get her to bite. Well, when that started jumping, it took this bracket, bent it in, got the gears off of, out of alignment, chain popped off, busted the cog off the gear, and the biggest breakdown, my duct tape is missing off the back shaft.
Oh God.
That's the little trick for the old guys in the grain drill. Put a piece of tape on your shaft, on your drill, so that you see this big thing going around, then you knew your shaft is turning. There's a stub that sticks out of the back of the dryer. I got a piece of tape on there. Well, when we were monkey wrenching and messing around, that got ripped. So
I'm just really glad this didn't happen in the middle of the night when we were all gone, or right when we left, that we would have been burnt up on both dryers.
Dryer fire started.
It wouldn't have been good.
Oh, it's nice weather here, isn't it? All this chaff in my face. Okay, you gotta go combine.
You're really dirty.
Dirty? No.
You're out of
9 in the morning.
You're out of composure. Normally you're wearing your shirt clothes.
Careful, that big swollen up elbow really hurt me.
Oh, he still seems a little bit edgy, but it's 100 times better than he was last night. Oh, he called me right after I bent them. How's it going out there? I said, not good. Head's wrecked. And he's like, well, you might as well come home. Everything's plugged and not working. So that's what we did. We went home. Gearing hot. I actually really love this head. Chris, she's ready?
Ready.
What are you doing?
Baloney time.
This is your setup?
That's all I could think of.
And then Chris just muscles the whole thing off. Alright, it's time to go, I guess. Me and Chris are going to go to a different field as of right now. The one that Brody couldn't finish last night due to the bin being full and dryers not running all day. Brody's combining on one of Eric's fields with 3 trucks hauling to town, barely keeping up. Dad's going to try to haul with 1 truck, and it's the little one, back to the farm here. Luckily, we're only about 1.5 miles away, 2 miles away. So hopefully he can keep up somewhat, and we're just gonna take it as it comes. And there's no point in me going over to help Brody because he's only got 1.5 hours left and the trucks are barely keeping up the way it is. So adding 1 more truck and another combine is not gonna work at all there. So let's go combine. And it's raining. Sprinkling. Eating acres. All right, we whooped that one out real quick. And Brody, I believe, finished his up and is en route to the next field. So we're gonna go play in the mud. This one might be a challenge, but we'll see what we get into. Maybe it'll be great. We can hope. We can hope. Found the other harvest crew. Well, let's see what we got here. This was, besides wet spots, this was the last field planted. Looks kind of short. But that doesn't always mean bad yield. I much rather would harvest shorter corn with good yield. It pulls, like the head don't pull as hard, and there's less residue to deal with for tillage. Oh, I see what we're into, and it's exactly what I was expecting. Here we go, mudfest in it again. The dry conditions were so nice for the small bit that we had. She's spinning. Oh yeah, some nice ruts there. And I'm about filled up. That's excellent news. A little bit of brake steering action going on. Ooh, we were sinking there. Oh yeah. I suggest we should probably turn carts around and not go through this corner. Good luck, buddy, good luck. I told him to go back the other way. Oh, it's spongy. Like, it almost feels like there could be no bottom, which scares me. Because that could end very, very badly for somebody out here. We will see though. Nice sample though, really nice if you could see anything through this window. See the little kernels? I almost capped corn. Almost had some of this action going on. That was from a previous experience. Oh yeah, okay, well, the main rows, there's a little bit of rutting going on, but we are on the drier half of the farm. The short corn is definitely not yielding the greatest, but it isn't a disaster either. That's from last night. Brody! The challenge this year with the variability in a field is how do you set a combine? There's good spots, you have it obviously open, you want it open so you don't break the cobs up, get it in the tank, but then you get to the more drought stressed area, then it just ain't getting it off the cob. It's been challenging. You just kind of got to get a middle setting and get cobs in the good corn and try to get everything in the crap corn. Ooh, he's just a little guy. So we're actually waiting. That's a heck of a load. Wow. We're actually waiting because we aren't filling the carts more than a semi-load in them, just for mud reasons. Eric's in Little John. I don't think he's enjoying it. Emptying. So that slough's a little bit full. She's wet. She's wet. We found the wet conditions of the field. We're having fun. Nothing's getting stuck, so that's good. Brody! Oh, that was challenging. Them guys, Eric's wearing off on Chris. What's your job? No. What's your job?
That's your job.
You're on the phone with them too, aren't you?
Yeah.
This whole field.
Yeah. How do you know?
Because every one of you guys are on your headsets talking and laughing, and here I am just all by myself here.
Did you see what me and Chris did?
What did you and Chris do? Oh, backing up and unloading on the go. Yeah, I got a good video on Instagram of that. 100 acres to go, little buddy.
Hey.
100 acres to go.
It's coming open. Did you see me by the slough?
Yeah, the water that you were up to your rims in.
Yeah, I'm skipping.
When you stopped and said, I'm scared, I'm like, oh no, he's stuck.
No, I wasn't. Like,
Look at this side.
look at Big Wheel. Look at the inside.
Bacon? Oh, good night.
It's like a.
It's slime.
Really dark.
The fire hose would work amazing on this. And wash that right out.
Go get Eric's, or go get that hose on the water.
I should actually. This thing's so handy. Loosen that up a bit. There we go. Give me the power! Oh yeah, baby! water tank on here. Like, I would never personally order this if this was my cart. But after this experience, Brody, I think so. I think this is a must-have unit.
Yeah.
This works amazing. You can clean it out, wash it out. Yeah, I'm sold. Fire extinguisher kit, must-have. We got more hose. We can just pull out more. We're gonna do the other side. Hope we have enough water. Well, I tell you what, that worked really, really good. We ran out of water because it's only a 270 gallon tank. But, wow. That is, if you had 2-track combines, 2 carts with one of these, you could have used one of these per day, per combine. That would work amazing. That's a miracle, guys. Miracle.
You got wet.
I am terribly dirty.
You've got mud on your boots.
I'm wet too!
All right, so we have 100 acres left to do, and we cannot do them until we get the wet corn out of the wet bin so that we can dump the 17-ish% corn that's in the field in there and not dry it. The 20% corn has to dry probably overnight. And we cannot complete doing that until we haul dry corn to town so that we have a place to dump the corn that's in the wet bin right now. Did you follow me on that? They're hauling to town. They're gonna get closed or shut down very shortly. 6:30 is when they quit dumping, so I expect the trucks to be back here shortly. Reload for the morning, and yeah, and I hear there's a mess down at the bin site. So it's time for the skid vac. I'm hooked up. Let's go see the mess. You figured it, right? He's driving truck and now watching the bin, and she got full. Nothing new. It happens every year, it seems like. We avoided it last year. Oh, the corn chaff. Skid vac fulls of corn. I don't know what that contributes to bushels, but not bad. I put this vacuum cleaner sucker end on, and it did really good. It was like vacuuming your carpet at home, only a little bit more sloppy. Not too bad though. It went pretty good. I'm sweating. It's not as easy. I've been in the cab, for like 3 months, combining since August, and my body did not like that, but we got to get back in shape here. The sample here is quite poor, but it'll buff. Man, what a miserable place on earth during the fall. Bees wings, and smells nice though. All right, I'm signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Got one more day of harvest. Make sure to tune in for that, and please subscribe and like. I really enjoy making these videos for you guys, and I hope you enjoy them too. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.